Everyone so far has been totally different. Like some have been, I barely knew it happened, and other have been exploring parts of my head I didn't know existed.
You've got a rough one there.
Oh great, thanks for telling me that.
Put that up your nose and check.
Oh that is unbelievable how far back that is.
Smile.
That's insane. It's amazing how prices have changed since lockdown sort of eased. I remember lockdown 1, it was like 103, £1.03. Now it's one for the V-Power for the 99. Here's 141.9. Things are clearly returning to normal. Now, what we've got here is it's the first time in a long time that I filled this car up from like fumes. The clock was reading like 3 miles left in the tank. I had a really late night drive back from actually shooting the new BMW M4 last night, which was cool, but they were all the way down in Reading. And I came back on like fumes. So let's see how much it is to fill up a GT3 from a completely empty tank with V-Power 99. Ready? That's it, click, that's it. So completely empty, 61 litres, £86.66. That's, I guess, the top's juice for you. It's quite expensive, 141, but not too bad. I'll probably end up getting about 340 miles out of that. Not the end of the world. If I was to put in the unsympathetic juice, the 95, that would have been about, I don't know, 70 quid or something. So 70 quid for 300 miles on a GT3, not too shabby. So, it's better. Always, I can tell in my own self, in my own enthusiasm for life right now versus when we just started filming at the petrol station to now, just by having a simple injection of caffeine, I'm back in the game. So, welcome back to the vlog. The vlog returns. What I mean by that is, our hands were forced really during lockdown. Not that it's completely gone yet, but our hands were forced that I could really only film from the bunker and do sort of first drive reviews of cars. There was nothing really going on in between that to share with you, and I really missed that personal connection which punctuated the
speed trap reported ahead.
We're at average speed zone, which punctuated the productions. What I mean by that is when we film reviews and first drives of cars, we typically like to sort of increase the production quality and immerse you in that drive as if it's a sort of small documentary / review. However, what has been lost is that personal connection as to what goes on behind the scenes. Now, since 2019, and I can't believe I'm saying that, well, think about 2020 in this sort of format, completely wiped out. No vlogging, none of that sort of stuff. I remember filming from my kitchen just to try and give you some content during that sort of major lockdown stuff. The idea is that I want to punctuate the reviews with behind the scenes and day in the life of vlog content, because truth be told, despite the fact that the majority of the content we put out there is all about the cars and the reviews and the first drives, etc., there's actually so much more. I mean, way more than the cars that goes on behind the scenes. So we're heading to Aston Martin factory in Gaydon, their HQ. For anyone who hasn't been following the journey of this, I was truly honoured to be asked to include my hand in the design of a very special edition Aston Martin DBX. But today is massive. Today we're going to the factory where it all started to see our first finished car for the very first time. So this is a massive deal. Now, when I said a minute ago we're going to be using these vlogs to punctuate between the productions, we're also making a polished production as well. So you'll see what goes on behind the scenes in making these productions, but we're also taking you along for a day in the life of while we're at it. That sound never gets old, does it? So we're approaching Gaydon now. I just realised, it's just dawned on me really what a colossal day this is. The paint, spent so much time on this paint. The paint, this will be the first time that we've seen it outside in natural light on a car. I've checked it out on some samples, but they're like small little swabs. I'm excited because it's actually sunny, which is amazing for this channel because it's normally raining. So eventually, once we've done the filming in the atrium, we're going to be able to bring it outside and see this final paint in sunshine on an actual DBX. Super pumped about that.
There you go,
Cool.
33.
Is that good?
Take care of me.
Okay.
And then I'll do your test. And then...
Okay, that's cool. I'm so used to typing these days. My handwriting's atrocious.
To be honest, James, our bags are not the best. Your surname, is it Walker?
Walker, yeah. That's very kind of you to say so, but it's definitely my handwriting.
Thank you, James.
The bag's in your head.
Yeah. That's insane. Oh my god.
It's not that bad.
It's not that bad, but I'm just amazed at how far back it goes.
No, it's
Not so bad?
Yeah, you didn't sit away.
I didn't smile, so I've got to take two now. Though. Must be joking. I'd sooner leave the building. Thank you for that.
You're welcome.
Cool. Oh, last time we saw it as well, it was like on still.
I know, yeah.
So good. So cool to see it. Like, hey, dude, I think. Oh, mate. You alright? Yeah. What do you think, eh?
It's wicked, isn't it?
It's pretty cool. It's pretty cool, isn't it? Yeah.
Seeing
But it's
that.
just wild seeing it for the mate. We've only seen it in bits,
Yeah, yeah.
so like literally in pieces. So to actually see it built is absolutely bonkers.
Well, last time I saw it, it was in a pot.
You're right. Mate, I did not sure if I told you. I spilled that pot of paint all over my carpet at home.
Oh no!
Yeah.
Oh, I bet you were a
Dude,
popular boy.
I was on a Zoom call and someone was speaking about it, and I got the sample behind me and I picked it up and I must have gripped it a bit tight and the lid just went. It just went all over the carpet in my flipping office.
That's not going out easy, is it?
Well, it didn't come out. I had the carpet swapped last week. Mate, I was in the doghouse, man. it was not cool.
Yeah.
In a minute, we're going to catch up with Marek. Hopefully he's going to explain what a big deal that is. At first I was a bit blasé. I was like, can we just like match the badge to the car? Everyone was like in the room like, whoa. I was like, what are you doing? No one messes with the badge. Yeah. So yeah, in a minute we'll have to set some context as to why that's a fairly big deal. So yeah, to press that on in a minute, it'll be so good.
Just put a little bit of electrical shit. And just
And just
Oh, that's a good
slice
idea.
it in.
Yeah.
Yeah, that'd be really good.
And then
That way, if we cock it up on film, because inevitably we will, there's no take two, is there? If we get that
I mean,
one.
I
it's
have
on.
done that before on a DBX. When
did you
it
put a
was
badge
in
on?
St Athan.
Yeah.
I think Prince Charles put it on, and he put it on slightly to cock, didn't he? And he made a lovely comment. You know, it was brilliant. Yeah, it's like, oops.
Let's have a look. I mean, it's the first time I've managed to have it next to the wheels. It really pops off those. This paint as well. I mean, the first time we saw it on a car was obviously under fairly artificial light on a production line, surrounded by like machinery and stuff. To see it like this, particularly when the sun shines through and catches the paint. Okay, I think who it was.
No, not a handbag.
It was Chris Hoy, if you're watching this. He put up on his Twitter, and someone had said, is this a BAP or a roll? And it was a BAP, Chris. And he was like, no discussion, this is a roll. I was like, okay. But it was like, rolls to me are like a cylindrical like roll.
like a hot dog.
Like a hot dog.
Like a hot dog, right? It's a roll. Whereas a BAP to me is a bit more of like a sort of overly, you know what I mean?
Well, see, I couldn't call it a ham back. It'd be a ham roll.
Ham roll.
A bacon.
Bacon
roll.
BAP.
roll.
Bacon
You
back.
wouldn't have a
Bacon roll, not bacon
roll.
BAP. No?
Oh, no, I think bacon back.
Bacon BAP.
Isn't it bacon
Is that
sausage?
because it
Bacon
flies off the tongue better? Bacon BAP. Do you know what I mean? Do you know what I mean? For you.
So yes, us Coventryans,
batch.
we call it what you call a roll or a bun. Or that's another one, a bun actually. We call
bun?
it a bun or a batch.
So a bun for me is before you
Sweet.
put anything in it. It's a bun on its own. You put something in it, it becomes a roll.
But then it's a burger bun.
Strong content. I think it'll be really interesting to read the comments. Although half of the audience isn't from England, so they'll be like, "What are you talking about?
Bread.
A bread sandwich."
Roll.
Okay, and I'm rolling. If you could give me a sync clap. And action.
Was that alright?
Yeah.
Yeah. Cool. Okay. So yeah, I guess we'll get
let's get a pro to apply it. This is what we do. See, this is the way. If you've seen the real video, I didn't apply the badge. It was black tack. Thanks, Marek. It was black tack and the miraculous magicry of editing.
Smoke and mirrors.
Yeah, smoke and mirrors, which makes sure that we don't have a wonky badge on the first edition DBX.
Getting away with a good story.
That's it. Yeah, absolutely. So I think I'll just leave that there and take a photo. I remember when we were talking to Marek, very early days of the Valkyrie project. There was a debate whether or not to fit an Aston Martin badge on the front of the Valkyrie. The concept of that actually is pretty crazy considering it's their flagship product. But at the time, the aero team said that the lip on the edge of the badge would disturb what's known as the laminar flow, how the air travels over, up the nose and over the car. So in the end, they decided, in fact, in that spec room over there, let's walk, much easier. So check this out. First is a conventional badge. The Valkyrie badge is, if you could hold that, it is like a hair. It's unbelievable how thin that is. So in order to not disturb the aero on the front of a Valkyrie, an entirely like laser etched badge was made, and that can sit underneath the clear coat. Super trick stuff. But on a DBX, we can have a big, fancy, beautiful sort of bronze one, which is super cool. So this room, by the way, if you have a quick browse around, this is where clients spec their Valkyries. This is literally the Valkyrie specking room. And these here are exclusive Valkyrie paints. Now I spotted this on the shelf, and it does such a good job, look at that, it does such a good job of showing the contours of the car that I said, can we take this tech, this paint tech, make it green and apply it to our DBX? And once again, like the chat around the badge and the Alcantara, taking a Valkyrie based product and putting it on a DBX is no small feat from both an engineering but also a brand point of view. So to be able to have that tech on our DBX, super special day. So that's where this journey started, and it feels like yesterday, but we've been developing that paint for 12 months. So yeah. Technically this is a first drive, but it's not the first drive. I'm taking it like 300 yards. Doesn't detract from how absolutely ridiculously surreal this is to be in the car finally. This is so crazy. Also, if you can't tell by the sound, we opted for the sports exhaust this time. So, right, let's go and get this thing lined up, finish this shoot. Lost for words. I'm not normally lost for words. Everyone's doing a great job, but I'm just kind of soaking it all in. This is really just when you've been looking at something for so long, yeah, as a render, you know, and now it's like tangible. It's actually here. Crazy. Q Division. Can't thank those guys enough. Thanks so much to Aston Martin generally, Marek and Miles, for allowing me to play with the badge. As you heard in this, that doesn't happen often, but I just felt it was so important to tie that in with the overall aesthetic of the car, because we've got so many sort of copper bronzy contrasting components. The more traditional, conventional Aston badge for me didn't tie it in quite as well. So we really, you know, the whole team, both production bunkers side and also Aston side, have really pulled it out. Vortons in the jewellery quarter of Birmingham for making the badge. I mean, those guys literally fired that thing from the earth, you know, that was super special moment. The paint guys, just the whole thing is incredible, man. Just to be sat in this, in the first and currently only Alcantara DBX. We're pumped. The customers of this car, if they're not blown away by it, I don't know what will. This is, yeah, well done team, super cool.
Feeling confident?
Oh yeah, totally. No pressure here at all. So this one we're basically cheating because they've gone and made us this really nice holder for us, or sort of say placement thing. So goes in the shut lines here, touches the top of the side strake. chances when I drop it and get sand stuck all in the back of the... Please don't go wrong. There you go. Voila! Actually, it's so small, but it's such a nice touch. That is super cool. It's tiny detail, but it's so cool. That's rap. It's been a bit of a emotional high, really. We're working on this thing so long. That's not going to fit in there, is it?
I need to get my bag out as well.
Okay. Well, I'm going to
try
dump
that
this
again.
in the back. No, it's fine. It's part of it's real.
Okay.
It's real, man.
That's real. That's what it is.
That's what the vlog's about. We're not. I know it's hard when we like make polished productions with nice camera crews and posh cars to cut out the evident failures, but this is real. This is how we treat the GT3 or use it as a daily, hence not or sourcing a car without a cage in it. Although I do sometimes wonder, should I have had folding seats, but you don't often spend time interacting with seats. Once you're in them, amazing. Anyway, different topic, different day. Yeah, that was really, really good. We are genuinely a little bit stuck for what the first drive might be, because you can't do much right now, as much as I'd want to go and blast through the Alps or something like that. So if anyone's got any great ideas, let us know in the comments below, and then we'll speak to Aston and see if perhaps we can team up and do something pretty special as a first drive with that car. But the next time you'll see it, we will be driving it, but it'll be like handover, driving off the forecourt at HWM, and also hopefully this year as well we'll be able to meet up with some of the customers who have ordered that car, because that will be a really special day. Anyway, into the GT3, back home, lots of editing, future content coming. If you like it, subscribe, whatever. Thanks for coming. Ciao.